Got it. Thank you.
All right, let somebody in first. Or, let me
I'll
see,
take
do I
care
have
of their
anybody?
getting.
Okay, great, perfect. Lucy says she's cooking us breakfast.
That's why I'm off camera. I'm on at the stove. Yes.
Okay.
Good morning, Sheila. Catherine, good morning. Good morning.
Let's see.
Here we are at growth number
I hope
3.
in the meantime you're pulling up your homework, your growth work, number 3. I see Doreen. I see you post your growth work. Actually, you're gonna be my first target today. No, just kidding. Well, there's some of you I haven't seen your work. I know Seema was in the breakout room with me. Catherine was. Debbie wasn't. Magda wasn't. Barb wasn't. And Doreen. So I know I went really quick with Seema and then Catherine. But I'm still going to, we're going to be dedicated more time today. So at the time, we just go really quick. So I'm sure we can fine tune it. But in the very beginning, we know who's going to put us in state. Hector, take over.
All right. So I got a brain teaser for you this morning. Ready? Action leads to insight more than insight leads to action. Think about what that means. A lot of times we get stuck on thinking and not taking the action. You'll learn more when you actually do the thing. So today we're going to do a set of 10 and we're going to hold on the top of the 10, all right? So bring your hands together right here. Please stand up. Everybody stand up.
Please stand up. Please stand
There
up.
you go. Good. And just relax. Shake it out a little bit. Just be good. Just be goofy with yourself. There you go. There you go. That's right. So now, bring your hands together right here. Bring your wrist, just your wrist. Drop them down all the way down. That's it. Now at the bottom, as you push down, you're gonna squeeze right in the center, right here. You're gonna squeeze with your chest. Ready? And go 1, relax. 2, relax. 3, relax. 4, squeeze your middle of your chest. And 6, squeeze. And 7, squeeze the middle of your chest. And 8, one more time, 9 and 10, and hold it right there in the middle. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Squeeze a little bit tighter. 6, a little bit tighter. 7, 8, 9, 10. You wanna, okay, now relax. Bring your hands up, right? You got them right here. Bring them to the side. Now watch my shoulders. Do not do this. Do not lift up your hands. Are you gonna bring, is your fist to the side, right? Bring them back as far as you can. And when you can't go any further, I want you to squeeze back here. Squeeze. Ready? And 1, relax. And 2, squeeze it. And 3, come on. And 4. And 5. And 6, come on. And 7. You got 3 more. Squeeze them really tight. 1, 2 more. Come on. 1 more. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, and relax. Now bring your hands together again, right here. Put them together like this. You're gonna drop your palms, and that hole, you're gonna put it right over your belly button. Close your eyes. Bring your head, your chin in to yourself, and just hold. Right there, just relax. Feel what you feel. Feel your body. Feel where the blood is flowing. And pretend that there is a cold shower running from the top of the back of your head all the way down your spine, all the way down in between your cheeks. And just let that flow. That's the river of life. 1 more breath, come on. 2 more breaths. Deep, deep in and out. Hold the top one. Hold it. Hold. And now as you release, all I want you to do is slowly drop your hands to your sides so that they're rubbing against your leg. Ready? And relax. Let your hands relax. Keep your eyes closed. Feel it. Just feel your body. Feel where you're at. Be present in yourself. And now that you're present in yourself, you have opened your chest, you have closed it, you are now ready to receive so that you can take the action. Have a beautiful day because you're a beautiful soul. Are yours.
Yay!
Yeah!
Thank you, Hector.
Thank you, Hector. I know
You're
with those
welcome.
squeezing and things like that, I know I make some funny faces, but nobody re-editing this video.
Our eyes were closed. It doesn't matter. We
It
didn't
looked like
see
I was having a constipation. But anyway, enough of that.
you. Oh my God, that's right up your alley.
All right, this
No
is
pun
what
intended.
that is so funny. I was well, seriously, actually, when we were trying to decide when I should do the growth work, and then but because with all the 6 different time zone, of course, I am also in the growth journey myself. So one of my limiting beliefs is my mind's not even awake yet. It's like I don't wake up at what 4, and then I realize I can change my state by implementing what Tony's strategy of incantation and put in the physical body to quickly switch that mindset into, because I just put myself in a doing instead of thinking. And that's exactly the first thing I do in the morning nowadays is to actually, before I even have my tea ready, I just start an incantation and to start this rewiring my brain. So the same thing, I'm growing with you guys when I was doing the 6 o'clock, because that was the limiting belief. I just want to be vulnerable and share that with you guys. It's not something I have done in the past because of my mind is not awake yet, but maybe, just maybe, that universe telling me, we don't need your mind. We need your subconscious, that real Athena that showed up, that would
Yes.
deliver the exact message the participant want to hear. Because we all know when we're on social media, we want to put up that good image. Whatever we want to say coming out of our mouth, we want to sound smart. We want to have the respect from other people because we're in this profession for this particular field. So we want to feel, we're being respected in that way. But you know what? Sometimes I feel like, I think within this kind of like growth work is running at 6 o'clock. It has helped me to step out that comfort zone and just be with you guys. Yeah, might be if I'm saying something not appropriate, I apologize ahead of time. That's definitely not my intention. Lucy knows. Lucy. But my intention means well. I just want to put people in the state and then deliver the result that you're seeking. So that's what I in charge of the growth work. So I think I already so I just want to, if you can quickly put in the chat for me for the growth work number 3. Did anybody had to go during, well, that's a silly question. I think everybody had to go during the breakout room on Sunday mastermind session, correct? Everybody get enough time to, okay, great. So great. So I know some of you that I haven't seen your avatar and then where to find them, that niche tool and onion tool. I would just kind of, if you could do me a favor, you can start typing yours, what you got on Sunday, or if you happen to refine it between Sunday to today, then I'll take a look. I just want to see, you just explore, is not right or wrong. Or is it, wait a minute, it's different than what Mike said, or this is different than what Aiden said. So there's no right or wrong answer. It's just more of what resonating with you, your relationship with that avatar. So I did see Doreen's growth work. So if you, this is a little trick for you guys. If you happen to watch the growth work video, you know at the end I will always give you the instruction to go to the Launch Lab Academy to post your growth work in there. And if you type your subject line, growth work number, whatever number that we're in that particular week, it's easy for me to search your growth work. It will pop like growth work number 3. I was, oh, okay, so this is somebody that want me to review it. So if you happen to do it before Tuesday and have an opportunity to see how I can help you with. I think Doreen already lead by example. Doing that. So I'm gonna, since that is the first one I have seen, so I'll start with Doreen. And then if you could do me a favor, and then you can start putting the bullet point of your, the first one we're gonna be finding is your niche tool, the onion tool. Hold on, onion tool. Let me share that really quick. So I'm gonna pull out the presentation that you're already familiar with. Who do you serve your onion? So if you could, during, I'm actually gonna pull yours out from Launch Lab.
Okay, yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, if I can see if I can read your handwriting well. I know cursor is a little bit harder for me to read sometimes. Oop, I don't know if I can do it sideways, but if not, you probably can help me out.
Yeah.
For
Well,
doing
that little blue paper was just a bunch of groups that I had found about hair, you know, like, well, one I had put in the cancer thing, and I actually did see the St. Jude's Children Research Hospital, cancer survivors and supporters. That's not a group I would focus on at first, but it did bring to mind that, you know, little kids would have fun wearing wigs as well. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I see the St. Jude commercial all the time, and they're, you know, none of them ever have wigs on. And I'm like, oh my God, like that's just a perfect, you know, not to start out with, but later.
Yeah, well, that's why I want to talk to you first. You see why? Because sometimes I can see in your writing there some of them. It seems like you don't want to lose anybody, any particular people that you want to talk to. So this one, I think. Okay, so this is your. Oh, I guess it's too small. Okay, this is your niche.
Yeah.
Let me see. I think I do remember seeing you put in core value somewhere. Yeah, if you able to, okay, onion, here it is. Okay, so if you happen to put in like growth work here, because right now I have to search your name to be able to find your work. So it's just a little bit of a digging. That's not that big a deal. Are you guys able to see Doreen's onion? Oh,
Yes.
okay, great.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So, like what Mike had shared with you guys on Sunday. So you describe your ideal client first in 1 to 3 words. Okay, so Doreen put women 30 plus. So just women in general. I'm not saying right or wrong. I just want to test it out. Would that be a one particular word of a woman to start? Thin hair women 30 plus?
Right. Well, when I was doing the very first top one, I wasn't sure what to put there because it says in 1 to 3 words. So I was just trying to narrow it down like that. It doesn't have to be just women, but that's the most targeted group, the people that are struggling with it.
Yeah, so that's the reason why I wanted to see if we can narrow down up since we're doing the onion. You know, onion has so many different thin layers.
Right.
So just like I remember when what I think Mike has put in Mariah with I think Mariah was what lesbian women 60 plus. So if we put in the same, just plug it in the same thing because once you have very specific women, your ideal client in 1 to 3 words already narrowed down to your target women with a thin hair, right? That they have to fit in that criteria. Because if you're thinking about women, it's already like there's
right. Yeah, it's basically anybody that has thinning hair or lost their hair, right?
Okay,
And they
so we
feel
pick.
embarrassed and ashamed. Yeah.
Okay, so we pick. I know you have 2. So if we want to just have one to start, which one is what you're most geared towards that you want to start?
You mean between feeling embarrassed or ashamed, or what? Or
Between thin hair and lost hair, because the reason
the
why we
thinning
keep
hair.
having you narrow down is the
Okay.
message will be slightly different.
Right, so that's why I put just the thinning hair there.
Thin hair. Okay.
Yeah.
Lucy will helping me out by typing. If Lucy's not cooking us breakfast, if you can help me typing in Doreen's first one, describe your ideal clients in 1 to 3 words. Is thinner hair women 30 plus, or if you can write it down just in case if Lucy is cooking. So that is your first part that you want to write it down. Okay. Oh, perfect. All right. So, and then now we'll narrow down one more, and I'm gonna bring it back. I see you have put down feel embarrassed or shame or and having a thin hair. Okay. So I don't know if you remember during this exercise, we want to have fit into one of those. Demographic and psychographic. So that is because just thinking about picking up, identify your ideal client. I don't know if have you ever played a video game before?
Actually, no.
Okay, well, I explains it. Well,
Yeah.
when we play the video game, we need to choose a character, right? So a
Mhm.
lot of time in the game, we'll have you choose a character either look like you.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I get that
So you
part.
know, oh, okay, good. So that's exactly what we're doing here. So
Right, I
now
know.
doing a selection of, okay, so do I select this eyebrow and that? So that's what we meant by, psychographic and demographic. We just want to select the item of your character because you can't really select the items called embarrassed. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I was hoping if you could do me a favor, if you
Mhm.
look at one of those item here, it doesn't have to be all demographic or psychographic, but hopefully you're able to pick some of it from here and some of it from here to start. Because let me see if I can move your paper to the side so I can see. Otherwise, I have a dual screen, so let me see if I drag it on the side so I can see what I'm reading. Whoa. All right. There we go. Bear with me. Okay. All right, here we have the rings. Okay, so so your second was describing as embarrassed or ashamed. So that could be potentially a suffer from whatever that is that you feel ashamed, right? So it could be in the psychographic if you do have a particular life events even that could be in either one of here or one of here. So what is resonating with you that is for you to relate to your avatar?
Well, see, this is where I'm stuck because it wasn't just one life event. It was, for me, it was something that happened over 20 years' time from drying my hair. So it really doesn't matter to the person how they lost it. It's just the fact that they lost their hair. They now have thinning hair. And instead of going on and feeling embarrassed and ashamed, they can learn to wear wigs and have fun. Like that is like the bottom line. It's like to stop those feelings, those negative feelings you have when you have that hair, that kind of hair, because it's horrible. And, I walked around for years not knowing what to do and not feeling like myself. So I don't know how to like translate all that to fit
Okay,
in.
so I guess we could have put that into the behavior side of it because that could potentially be in there feeling embarrassed or shamed. That could be what they're suffering from being embarrassed or shamed, right? So that could be the psychographic part of it. Let's see. I just want to see what, okay, narrow down. Okay, so we're going to do it one more time. So I see you have an age and you have gender, and now we have one psychographic. Is there any education, work, or income
No,
relationship matter?
no, none of that really matters because it can go across, that can happen to anybody.
Okay, but just for marketing message sake,
Okay.
because if you're talking to anybody like we said it before, you talked about.
Right, I
So if we're
understand
doing
that part.
30 plus, so do we have, how about we narrow down the age even more? So that way we have a clear idea what their income level might be like. Because
Okay.
the people in their 30s
All right, so
income
let's,
and the people in the 50s is different.
right. All right, so let's go, people 45 and older.
45 and older.
Yeah.
So how much
No,
older?
45.
Because the message could be different. Like my income level and Lucy's income level are different. Or do they even care about having the weeks? Their mindset, their life events is different. The lifestyle is different. Could that be somebody is already married or they're single? That would be different. I don't have any kids. You know, somebody that have family, have kids, the way they think about themselves, that might be different. So that's why we want you to narrow down a little bit further for those reasons. So your marketing message could be a lot clearer. So the whole point is to have this as a starting point, because you're gonna it depends on the marketing campaign that you're gonna be working on. Because a lot of time it could be a marketing campaign geared towards people at thin hair in this particular topic, and sometimes you're gonna have the marketing campaign for the other type of topic. So you are never gonna lose anybody. So if we're thinking in that particular case, are you so were the roles important or not? It probably would be for your case, because the people probably have the family. They may not have much of a time to think about themselves versus the people that are single, or they're just not necessarily single, have nobody in their life, but they could potentially have partners, but you know, their role will be different than people that have family.
I guess I'm just not understanding because to me, like that stuff doesn't matter. Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't get it.
Okay, so when I said well, I'm just wanting you to at least, you know, just play with the idea of what could that be, instead of thinking that is not what is supposed to be. It doesn't really matter. The reason why it matters is when you go into the next session after, it will matter a lot, because that's when your marketing message could be all over the places. If you're confusing now, your marketing message will be even messier. And that's why I'm trying to have you at least hone in on just one small aspect of it. And that is the gateway for you to talk to everybody after that. So we just want to give people one door. If you give people multiple doors to walk into, they don't know which one to choose. So this is just for you, for the marketing content sake in the future, since this is your second time in the launch lab. So you're pretty soon you're going to run a beta, and this part will matter. So if we just for the plain sake, not necessarily have to be what you're going to be running for your beta launch or trial launch. If we want to narrow down to the role, which one do you think could resonate with you a little bit more, just for plain sake?
Now, when you say role, I'm not sure what you mean.
Okay, so in the demographics part of it,
Yeah,
or
I see
psychographic?
that. Yeah.
Yeah. So you do have an age, so to pick out. So do we want to pick, say, from 40 to 50, and then single women, or married women with family? Because my mom, well, the reason why I said that, because my mom had thin hair. My mom is exactly the person that you're talking about. She did not have the time to pay attention to herself. And I have a thin hair. Well, I think I do. Even though my family didn't think I have. So I can spend time on myself when I'm in my 30s. Yeah, I did. I did my the week playing thing in my 30s, 35 to 40. But I'm not playing anymore because I don't give a crap.
Right, but the whole thing is, it's not a time factor. You can do it in less than a minute. So it's not like you're spending hours. It's in less than a minute. I can teach you how to put on a
I
wig.
know. What I'm
Okay.
trying to say is when people have the life, that's why we're having a life event is one of the demographics.
Okay.
Is because when the live event changed, when I was in my 30s, I was just want to have a little bit more fun, going out a little bit more with friends and family. But once in my 40s, I hit my midlife crisis. My career was in crisis. The last thing I want to think about is my damn hair. I don't care. So that's what I'm saying. The different age range, they have a different life event as people are getting a bit older, about 50 or 60, health become their number one priority. So their thinking mindset is already going to be different. And that's the reason why we say those life event matter. The role in the demographic matters for that reason. And then I think Brent have something to contribute.
Also, Angelica does too. She
Yeah, because
mentioned that-
I could use all the help because I just don't get it, I guess.
Well, Angelica says, I'm 76 and I have thinning hair and would be interested to find out about wigs and how to have fun wearing them. So that's a special kind of, person also that you're talking to.
Mm-hmm.
So we just want to narrow down to see which age range Doreen want to talk first. I think that's kind of what I'm seeing the struggle is. You probably do want to narrow down the age range because the age range will have a different life event. If you want to focus on senior, then your age range will be 60 plus women, like my mom. Is more of where your heart's sinking more. Which category that you want to help first. But you can help other age range later, but just this particular age range come first. It's your first marketing campaign.
Okay, so then I would just say seniors.
Okay, so it will be 60 plus senior.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, great. Because as you can see, there's a whole bunch of your avatars already talking in the chat. So,
Okay.
so
Okay.
that might be what you're sharing. It is attracting to them. So that could be a starting point. So that's what we need as our community to figure out.
Thank you,
Yeah.
everyone.
And then so the next part we want to figure out. Oh, Brent, yes.
Doreen,
Yes.
who is your ideal client? Not all of the people that can benefit from who really do you want to reach?
Well, my ideal client would be myself or what happened to me.
Okay.
So, and I didn't know what to do back then because there
How
were
old-
no,
How old were you?
let's see, in my 40s.
Okay. So
Yeah.
40 to 50. And
But
then
it was a
what else?
different, wait.
Well,
Can I
well,
say, okay. Can I
yeah.
just say one thing though? Like
Yeah.
back then, there was no internet and there were no wig stores like there are now. So it's a little bit different in that fact. So when it happened to me, I couldn't go online and order a wig. I didn't even know to do that till like a couple years later. So it's a little bit different.
Well, it's always different, but Athena is trying to get us to focus on one person.
Okay, yep. So it was me in my 40s when I was told that I went in to get my hair layered and the lady said to me, you don't have enough hair for me to layer. And I went and I thought to myself, this girl doesn't know what she's doing. I'm just going to go to another salon. And I went and I got in my car and I'm looking at my hair and I was like, oh my God, she's right. So I was in denial for a while too,
Well, like I said, either you want to help the person that's past you, the you that, like you just said, in your 40s, that could be a starting point. Of course, people in the 60 plus, it could be your second marketing campaign because they just identify themselves in the chat for you. But if your first framework, because you're just starting out and you want to test your framework, you definitely want to find the framework that's closest to you because that was you that you want to help. If you can help you in the past, of course,
Right.
you will build that confidence that you can help the second category of a woman.
All right. So let's go with the 60 and over.
You still want to do the 16 over first?
Yeah.
Okay. Angelica?
Yeah, so in a way, I think to narrow it down even a little more is what about women who have tried, because there are so many supplements and all
Mhm.
other things, tinctures that promise to make your hair thicker or grow or whatever. Nothing has worked for me. So there is that frustration. And when they hear, oh my God, you know, I haven't even thought about wigs and how it could be fun, that would be, I think, a relatively large group of women who say, well, I have tried the other things and I know that doesn't work. So let me see, you know. I never thought about a wig, but maybe I will be interested. I mean, I believe that would be narrowing it down even a little more.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
and
that
actually,
means
yeah.
they have already tried whatever the products, right? So that could be one.
Mhm. Yeah, because I didn't want to go that route as well. And then I read Dolly Parton's book, and then I just was like, oh, okay, because she talks about all her wig wearing. So we have Dolly Parton, we have Cher, we have Wendy Williams, and here in America we have Schitt's Creek, which is an award-winning TV show where the main character wore wigs. She had him hanging on a nail on the wall, which you don't want to do that, but you know, so that's so that we actually have come a long way with wigs.
Okay. So, well, let's get back to where we're gonna do 5 at least, right? So we have narrowed down to the women 60 plus, and then so that means you already have gender, and then feel embarrassed. That's when there's feeling embarrassed about that thin hair, and they have tried any hair product. Is that whatever the hair product that you want to is that relevant?
Well, sometimes it's hair product and sometimes it's supplements or something like
I
that.
tried
So
a hair product and supplements that don't work. Okay. So that is age, gender. Okay, live event. So do they have any interests? I was just curious. Anything under the psychographics?
well, yeah, they want to feel beautiful. And then, oh, you mean other than wigs?
Yeah, what's their interest? What do they usually do? What do you what do they usually do as an interest or hobby, entertainment? Just curious their lifestyle. What's their lifestyle like? We're just trying to get a peek of their
Okay.
life. What's that person that we're looking at?
An active lifestyle, an active, fun lifestyle.
What kind of active lifestyle? Outdoor, indoor? What would be describing as active?
Dancing, you know.
Okay, they like dancing. Okay. They like to go out dancing
Hmm.
with friends.
Yes, of course.
Well, you never know. I'm one of those nerds. I don't always. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3. Give me a couple more, just for the sake of it. Okay, so how many? Okay, so give me a couple more.
Well, how
So
about
any income?
a couple of more activities, you mean?
Let's try demographics here.
Right, so I put that down at the bottom. I put in North America.
Okay. Oh, okay, great, perfect. So there's
Right, like I just want to start there.
okay, great, perfect. So we got location, education matter, or income matter, work matter, because what you sell is not high ticket, so it doesn't matter.
Right,
correct?
no. Because
Yeah.
there are, like my new company that I found, like the wigs are, you can get them for $11.48. People who want to spend a couple $100 can do that. I don't do that.
Okay, great. So how about the role? Can you help me narrow down the role? I kind of want to see what would that be.
Well, how about who want to feel vibrant, healthy, sexy, and strong? I mean, isn't that like,
What
isn't
age?
that,
So what age, well, I just want to get an idea, what would that be in their role in life? Would they be the single mom? Or would they be married with kids? Or would they be married without kids? If you can choose one for me, just for sake of playing.
Just single then.
Single? Okay.
Mhm.
Single woman? Okay. Don't worry, is the framework is going to change whenever you run a different campaign.
Okay.
So it's a letting go,
Okay.
letting go of the control that I sense the tension in you. You're gonna get them all back. Don't worry.
Okay.
The
Yeah,
first
and I
step.
understand I can change it. I already in my mind
Mhm,
have a whole bunch of different scenarios, not just
mhm.
one. Yeah.
Okay. All right, great. So now we got 60 women feeling embarrassed with a thin hair and tried the hair product and supplement that didn't work before, and like to be out dancing with friends that live in North America and that is single women.
Yeah,
Sounds
that
about right?
sounds great. Yeah.
Great. All right, teamwork, make the dream work, right?
Woohoo!
Thank you, team.
Thank you, guys.
All right, now we're gonna do the next exercise. So the next one, of course, I'm actually, okay. So we are going to do the next one. I like the bigger presentation screen, so that will help me, help you guys see better too. Because I know the growth work, it's for the individual, worksheet, but sometimes it's hard to see on the screen. So that's what I want to, using our presentation we have done on Sunday. So let's see if I can find your core market paperwork on your screen. Okay, so Doreen has put in, let me see if I can share yours first. So you see Doreen's growth work number 2, the health. Can you guys see it? The core market niche.
Yes,
You
yes.
guys can see? Okay, great, perfect. It's kind of weird because it's on my second screen, so I never really know if you guys can see it or not. Okay, so Doreen choose the core market is health. Okay, so just want to double check. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. The reason why you choose the core market start with health. What is that core desire that your ideal client wants? Now, what makes sense? What is the core desire?
That they want to feel beautiful, confident, sexy, vibrant. Yeah.
So
That's all
have
about
you,
being healthy.
oh, sorry, go ahead.
That's all about being healthy.
Oh, okay. All right. So I also have second, based on what you have shared, a self-love actually come into my mind.
Okay.
So that's why I was thinking, as we know, the health, it could be the external side of it, because when we are healthy, we show up vibrant, whatever this energy that we bring out to the world, that's already the outside part of it. I'm just testing it out to see if it's true for you. So with that, first step would be the relationship within themselves, that self-love would be that deepest desire they really want. And then, of course, the vibrant and part of them is going to flow out once they establish the self-love.
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay, so I'm not sure. I'm just saying this. If I were, actually, that was me. They're just sharing my secret. Okay, so to me, I gotta first love myself and then recognize I am beautiful. It doesn't matter how many people tell me I'm beautiful. Even with a thin hair, or they don't see this as a thin hair, but I have to feel beautiful first. Right? That's usually
Yes.
how that is. So I'm just saying that's why I want to check it out with your core market to see if its health is their core desire, their deepest desire, that root desire, if that's what they want.
No, so I would go with the relationship thing about the self-love. In
Okay.
fact, I had been, yeah.
Okay, all right. All right. That's why I want to check it out. And the second part of it is, okay, so actually I'm gonna, since we're changing the core, I'm gonna stop sharing, I'm gonna share it back to the actual presentation. So now, so under the relationship, so would that be love I just described, or that be something else? Is it not
No,
sure?
yeah, that would be the self-love. Yeah.
That would be the self-love. Okay. So we got relationship, self-love, and then what is your unique tool, method, or result, that mini result that you're able to deliver within your framework. So you have three things to choose, either your tools, your unique tools, whatever the method that you're using, or the result. Which one would you choose?
So I'm sorry. That's where I think I get lost again. Ask that
Okay.
again.
So the niche, because just like what Mike shared on Sunday,
Yeah.
you know, everybody in this category, you know, in the even in the the sub market category is already way saturated.
Hmm.
So for us to stand out, the only way we stand out in our little pond is to niche down even more. So
Hmm.
that's how it make you stand out. So, you know, so that's why exactly how you did it matters to your approach to your avatar. So that's why you want to think about what you did in the past, what the method that you used, the tool that you used. Like for me, just for example, I don't know if that's your framework. I bought not the whole week, but it's a, what do you call it?
A topper.
Yeah, just a piece of it that you wrap
Extension?
around.
Oh,
Wrap around, wrap around, and then I know at the time I don't want to put it all on together. I just don't find one is fit me completely, like doesn't look weird and things like that, or at the right level. So what I did is, and it was heavy, and I was I'm losing my hair even more when I put the whole thing on.
Mhm.
So what I did was I need to, because the gravity is, if I wear 8 hours long, is that gravity is gonna actually pull my hair even more. I'll lose my hair even faster. So that make my hairs weaker. So for me, I come up with a solution. I'm telling you my unique method now. I don't know if it's yours, but I hope that sparked your idea. What is your unique method at the time? We're just helping you recall the memory. So what I did is I bought the whole entire thing. At the time, I didn't have a whole lot of budget with a nice wig. So I choose to buy a really nice wig. But what I did is I cut three parts so they become, each piece become lighter. So they no longer like whole entire piece is so heavy that is drag my hair down. So that's exactly what I did. And I pull it up and I clip on the area I like, and I can adjust. I no longer have to, you know, have to work with this whole entire thing, you know? So I can be flexible where I want to put it. If I feel this particular part is you know, have a thinner hair, I just put it there. So that is my unique method of of doing the wig thing, right? So I don't know if that's yours or not, but I haven't heard other people doing that, but it just, that's what I meant by what is your unique method. You know, you could be, so instead of buying so many different wigs, I'll share. I'm just making things up. I'm gonna share with you how to dye your wig in whatever color you like, whatever, and still look beautiful and vibrant with different color, instead of you had to buy the whole entire thing. You know, just for the plain sake. So that's kind of what I meant by your unique method.
Okay, so well, I wouldn't do that, but anyway, so like I
I
don't know
know.
what you mean. Like I just I don't use wig caps. That there's a hack that they invented 2 years ago. So first of all, you don't have to wear any wig caps anymore. So it's just a band that goes around your head, and then well, I've gotten so good at it now. When I'm looking at pictures online, I look at the face and how it falls on the face of the you know, the person that they're showing it. And I, you know, so like in like the back of the head, because it'll give you all angles of the wig, because I buy all mine online. So, you know, I just have gotten so used to imagining it on my own head when I'm looking at it on the picture. And then it's just like, really, it's just 3 easy steps to put on. You wrap up your hair, you put that little circle thing, it's a rubber thing, and it stretches, and you put the wig on, and voila, in 3 seconds, you know, you're done.
Okay, so that is could be. I mean, of course, the wording we can refine that. That's
Right.
what I meant by your unique method. It could be band and snap. I don't know. Just come up with. It works all the time. I don't know, where's that come from? Oh,
That
Legally Blonde.
movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Legally Blonde. But that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. You of course later on you can come up with
Right.
whatever eye-catching tagline to catch people's attention, and then you describe your unique method. Helga, you have a hand up.
So,
Oh, yeah,
Doreen,
Okay.
I'm not your ideal client, right? Because I have shaved my hair, as you can see. I have also gray hair. I have a lot of hair, so I just have to be patient and wait for it to grow. But in the meantime, the first few days, because I was drunk, you know, it was a drunk behavior of alcohol, yeah. So in the morning when I woke up, I said, oh my God, what did I do? So the first 2 days, I struggled a lot. I felt very ugly. I didn't want to come out. I thought about a wig and wear a hat. But then finally, I made a mental breakthrough. I'm walking outside like this. You see, I come on the camera very confident like this. I have done the breakthrough to free myself from that mental struggle. And I honestly feel very good. But I suppose someone like me is not your ideal client, right?
Well, Summer, we did talk that day. You know, it doesn't matter whether it can be anybody. It like that wants to just make themselves feel beautiful. So really in 3 easy steps, well, of course, you only need 2 steps, because the first step is usually putting your hair up. Like I do have some hair left. So I put it in a pin. So that's your first one. That's my first step. You don't need to do that. You only have 2 steps. You would just put the band on and put the wig on. Like, so that, you know, we're just going by ideal client, but anybody who sees and say, oh, I might want to try that, you know, let me find out what I would need to do.
Mm-hmm. But I don't want to wear a wig, so I'm not a client for you, right?
it's all in here, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. And then Helga, I know you have your hand up.
Angelica has a, yeah.
Thank you. I have a question. I'm still not clear, Doreen. How do you make money? Are you guiding women, or are you affiliate with the wig company? I mean, what is your
I'm
offer?
just starting. So right now I had a meeting with my best friend. I bought her a wig 2 years ago, and we met Friday night on Facebook, and I showed her how to actually put her wig on. So now she's going to start wearing a wig. She has to cut the bangs. Like sometimes you just have to like change the wig around a little bit. But no, I will make money showing women how to put the wigs on. If I get an affiliate from some wig company down the road, but right now I don't have one.
Yeah, but I mean, there's probably a lot of that on YouTube, how to put a wig on. What makes it, what is it? There must be more to it.
Because they don't have Doreen.
Right, they don't have me.
Well,
I mean, anybody can go on YouTube and watch any video about anything. Like, and
Yeah.
this is just my first course. I have
This
like
is what I,
probably
this is what I mean.
Right.
Coaching comes with that, not just how to put a wig
right.
on.
Yes, coaching, because there are going to be some people, because you got to understand, when you first start to wear a wig as well, for some people, not everyone, Okay, I had mixed emotions because you're like, oh my God, are people going to be looking at me? And how am I going to react if they're looking at me? So what I did to get myself over that was I purposely bought strange colored wigs, like a pink and white one, okay, and then a red and black
Just
one.
special,
And
yeah.
I went
that's it.
out into town and did laundry and did grocery shopping, knowing that people were going to be going, oh my God, is she wearing a wig? But now, like, so that was just, there's going to be people who are stuck like that.
Overcoming
help
that.
them.
That's your, actually, that's your special,
Unique method.
unique, yeah, that's it.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
I mean, just like what Dean and Tony's always said, and I don't know if you guys remember, since most of you are coming from Project Next, our first module, mindset, right? You gotta get people in the state to have them do something. Same thing for us. We are discovering that later, as we evolve, we know the mindset has to be the first thing for everybody to put them in the state. And then that's funny how Angelica, you're just talking about this, because I literally just listened to Tony's in the inner circle, the membership area of like, how do you influence your people to get them do what you have set up for them to do? And this is one of the reasons people's like, well, I'm not Tony Robbins. How can I take? And you heard him say that before in the challenge. Well, how can I teach? How can I compete with Tony Robbins, right? And that's what people say. Well, Tony Robbins even said that to himself. He cannot influence every single one of them. Some people don't even respond to his approach that much. So people will appreciate a different energy or a different approach, even though it's his framework. And so that's why it makes you unique, because your approach, your personality coming into your framework, it completely changes. If I'm the one teaching a week, they probably just run out the door. It's like, you're crazy. But Dorian, you make it fun, you make it, vibrant, colorful. You just, so your method is going to be different than mine, right? So that is the reason. That's the reason why when we talk about unique approach, the tools and method, and this is it. This is what you're going to be. Of course, we're going to be fine tuned it, as we go. Just like I said. And that's why bend and snap is just coming in my mind. But I'm sure you can like play around with how that tied into your unique method to make it sound fun and eye-catching. And that's exactly how it's going to drive your traffic later. So make it fun.
Okay.
Okay. So I hope this process was helpful. So just to wrap it up. So your first core market is relationship. If you write it down or somebody helping you write down core market relationship, and the sub category, the sub market would be self-love. And then for the sake of exercise, and your unique method is bend and snap. Then you make it pretty later.
Yeah.
So but you know what that means in context. So, all right. So that is kind of how we have get your niche down and with your avatar. And then let's see. So if we are gonna combine your your statement, it would be your solution statement would be women over 60 feeling embarrassed with thin hair, try the hair product that doesn't work, or try the hair product and supplement that doesn't work. Out with dancing with friends, like to enjoy dancing with friends, live in North America, a single woman that is want to focus on the relationship within the self-love, like to do in the bend and snap method.
Yeah, and I like
quick.
Himley's little comment. Thank you. Be 20 years younger with Doreen's method.
Okay, so that is I didn't expect we're gonna be taking an hour or so, but I just want you to know for this entire week until this upcoming Sunday, we're gonna dedicate this entire week, including the Q&A. You can bring your growth work like what we're doing today. Mike is gonna have his own engineering way down to the core to help you break it down to your bullet point. of who is your ideal client and where to find them. Because if you're doing level 2 to level 3 launch, this is going to be crucial. But if you're in level 1 launch, just like what Mike shared on Sunday, it doesn't matter. We want you to practice, but at least we want you to have a go of how this might look like. And then if you want to start joining the group, great. But and then you can start to taking some name, and maybe later on, half year or a year later, you're going to contact those people. But at least you can get into the right group, because that take a while. Because to me, it takes months to figure it out, because you're still going to be, because you're going to get into the group, engage a little bit, and figure out, feeling the vibe to see if this is really your group. And then, and if not, you get out and try another group. So how I did it was I select 10 group to start, because I have no idea. I just go by the keywords that, how my sub market is. And then I just, because a lot of time the groups set up private, then visible. So you can see the description, but you can't really see what's activity going inside unless you get in a house. So that's why you're going to try it out. You can, this is just my method. I'm not saying it's absolute. I pick 10 and then I just shuffle through those 10. I do 3, 4, or whatever. I just basically go through that cycle. Each week, I try out 3 groups to see if that's what is resonating with me. Of course, I would dedicate the time each day for a very short segments, like 10, 15 minutes to engage with those people. And then if I find anybody to have a really good conversation, like private message them. And that part of it is going to be that's when you start collecting potential client that could be inviting you to, to your group later. But first, you'll be friends on profile. So that's kind of how I do it. 3 groups each week. And then eventually you'll find 3 core groups that you really like. And that's when you go deep. You build deep relationship. And then later on, just want to have you guys have that perspective later on. If you're launch level 1, don't worry too much about it. We just want you to play with it. But for people 2 or 3 or even 4th level, if you're up there like Helika, so then you will be actually, as soon as you find that core, 3 core groups that you really just want to, this is it. My ideal clients hanging around here. I'm going to start building deep relationship with the people. Of course, then once you build up that confidence, you can start talking to the group owner, start reaching out to group owner to get to know what their offer is. And that's how I was getting on the stage in somebody else's group. And actually Nicole, in our launch lab was actually literally because the group owner invited me to speak on the stage in her group. And that's how I brought Nicole from Australia back to US here. So it works. A lot of time I found out the smaller group size, like the people that maybe just a little bit bigger than you. Of course, in the very beginning, you'll feel intimidating to reach out to people that are really large, because they probably don't even want to talk to you because they're already so large. They're well known, whatever. So usually you pick the people that are just slightly bigger than you or about the same size as you. At that moment, that's what my experience, that people have that same motivation. They want to grow. And then so the person that said that group owner reached out to me, it was exactly that. I was lucky, I should say. I didn't know she probably liked my posts, because you constantly providing value in the group. Other people see it. There's other people that are also group owner. They're in the group doing the same thing. So they see your post, say, hey, I really like what you're sharing here. Can you speak in my group? And I look at their group size and find out, oh, great, this person's actually slightly bigger than mine. It's like have 3 times more of an audience. And of course, I feel honored, but at the same time, it's perfect size for me. It's just slightly uncomfortable, but still it's in my stretching zone. But if the person invited me, I had to speak tens of thousands of people. Yeah, I might be feeling a little, like, am I really ready for this? That kind of thing. So yeah, that's, at that moment, if you're stage, if you're level 3, and that is exactly the absolutely thing that you want to do is talk to the group owner to save your time. But in the level 1, we'll talk to the individual. We'll get comfortable, talk to the individual, see if we can get the individual to like us and trust us to build your dream 100, because that's how I started. to get comfortable with talking to people online. So I hope, oh, I guess I'm right on time. So any last minute wishes, words? Like I said, we're gonna dedicate the whole entire week Q&A to this growth work. So bring your growth work to let us review. And then so today at noon will be Vlad. Is it Vlad? Yeah, 12 o'clock. If you happen to have your Canva, you still try to finish your organic Facebook funnel, the banner, and the other elements. Definitely come in 12 o'clock. Not for everybody, but just for people that need to finish the session 2 homework. Okay. Sounds good? Alrighty. It was fun. I hope you're fun too.